Good morning, chat. My name is Penbu. I'm the programming, puzzle gaming, and music making VTuber on Linux, and today we are going to be working on the website. It's about time that we've done a technical stream. It's been way too long. I wish it were not a work session, but I gotta start somewhere. Alice Chainsaw 539, welcome in. Yeah. So last time we worked on some pages. I think we got to projects. We managed to get this. We don't have any content for it, but we can start filling these things in. Yeah. Oh, I'm just gonna set something up here. Oh, come on, Discord, please. As you notice in the title, it does say OpenVC. And oh great, I should have tested this beforehand. Okay. Discord on occasion will tell you to update when you start it, and it's telling me to do that now, which means I gotta do that now too. Give me a bit. I had gotten this ready beforehand. But for some reason, Linux just wasn't detecting my microphone, so I had to restart the sound server again. I think this happened last week too. Maybe I need to reboot or something. Nix, welcome in. Good morning. Okay, try again. By the way, I do have a hard stop at 9 p.m., so that's in about 2 hours. If I have math right, yeah, about 2 hours. I got something to attend to. So it'll be a bit of a shorter stream today, but it's not like this. It's not like we have a whole ton of stuff to keep busy on the website anyway. Okay. So let's try this again. Hop in the OpenVC, and then wait for people to come. Okay. Alright, and we'll just wait for that to... We're reactive, please! Ah, man, the text stream, and of course it's all scuffed. Reactive Fuji Tech. Fuji, by the way, even though it's spelled F-U-G-I. Really? Really? Oh, there it is. Okay. I think we're good now. So back to the code. We have this. We have this. We made a bunch of files here. So we have under routes, we have footer, header. So we have a layout that has a footer and then a header nested inside. Then we have some error pages. And then the projects page, and then a bunch of other things. I actually don't know where we should start today. We'll look at the current website. Portfolio is what I have it called here. Alright, we have this. And then maybe it's worth trying to recreate this. At least we have something. I kind of do want to keep this this one over here. So we'll see how to do that. This is part of the theme that came with Zola, yeah, part of the theme that I chose for Zola. It seems like what this does is actually we can deal with that later. But what this does mean is that I'm going to have to create a list of headers to put in here, because sveltekit is not going to pick up on that for us automatically. Also, Svelte 5 is out. Svelte 5 is out, and I think we will do this eventually. Migrate to Svelte 5. Sveltekit doesn't quite have full support for Svelte 5 yet, You can use Svelte 5 and sveltekit if you upgrade, but I think we'll leave that for later. Maybe let's get the website up and running and have everything fully fleshed out into Svelte 4, and then we migrate it all at once. Jovial, welcome in. Yeah, I think what we might do is maybe move over some of these pages. So these two pages here. Probably. Seems like the best options here. So at least we got something working. Okay, so that would be under source, routes. What are our header projects? Here. Wait, that isn't... I am going to pull up Firefox here. What's today's goal for the website? Good question. Do something. I think it's going to be... I think we're at least going to start off with this, like recreating these pages. So that... And then we'll figure out what to do afterwards, because I'm not entirely clear on... There's a whole lot of stuff to do. But I'm not entirely clear on which one we should do first. It doesn't actually matter which we do first, I think. Best goal ever, just get something down to make it look good later. Yeah. Okay, what do we have? Sveltekit, right. I need to figure out how to route these things, because right now we have... Oh, we have that. So actually what we might do, I think we need to do a to-u, like this, put it in the directory, and then we have a page.svelte in here. We'll just test that out and see what happens. Because this should give us... Give us this, okay, very good. So, this is all very content heavy, so we might not need to do anything JavaScript related here. Watching a programmer stream his work while I edit documentary film for my final exam is an odd combination. Well, this is the time to do it. You know, the work session is here for you to be productive, and at least one of us should be. If it's not me, then it better be you. Right, and then here we have the old website. Good luck with the film, by the way. On the old website here, we have under content, I think it is, portfolio. Oh, right, and there's this blog post that I never ended up finishing. Should do that at some point. Z, welcome in. Hello. Might swing to VC? Alright, well, if you do, the VC's open. Okay, what do we do with this? So this is the title. I guess that's going to be an H2. I just copy this. And we have the date here. Actually, hold on. If these posts should probably have some sort of layout in them. Now I have to figure out how to do a Svelte layout. Or a sveltekit layout. And how to get data back in there. So, the Svelte layout, sveltekit layouts have the ability to get properties from the individual pages. We just have to do that. Sveltekit. Sveltekit layouts. No, I don't want the tutorial. I want the docs. This one. Routes is the root route. About, okay, we have that. Page.svelte, I want the layout. Layout.svelte. To create a layout that applies to every page, yes. But then how do we get... Oh. Right, this is all Svelte 5 stuff now, and they didn't keep the Svelte 4 docs around. I wish they did. We're just gonna have to adapt this. Data.sections. Layouts can be nested. Create a thing. So I think we get data. See how data is populated by looking at the layout.js example next section below. And we return this. Oh, Z, I see you've hopped in. Hello.
Hello, hello. Testing, testing.
So say that again.
Testing, testing, testing.
Okay, I think your audio levels are probably okay. Yeah, welcome in. I don't know why you're not showing up on stream.
Oof. Yeah, no, my mic's been having some issues. Wait, I hope I'm not interrupting anything. I just wanted to swing by and say hello.
Oh no, not interrupting at all. That's what the that's what this is for. If I didn't want to be interrupted, I wouldn't have opened this.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. How has the stream been?
So far we're flailing around trying to figure out what to do, but I think we've gotten something to work on.
Ooh, okay, okay. That's super cool. That's super cool. Anything you're looking forward to, like, for Christmas or holidays?
Christmas, interesting. Yeah, usually it's a lot of family stuff in the holidays. I never know what the schedule is, because I think even my parents don't know until often the day of. So I just assume that I'm booked for the entire 2 weeks. And whatever happens, happens. But there's usually a lot of family events and a lot of food, so if anything, I guess looking forward to the food.
Woohoo, woohoo, yay!
Yeah, how
That's
about
really
you?
cool.
That's great.
Well, things have been very busy. I had a bit of like a health crisis the other day, which is resolved now. But yeah, just have been up to work and planning stream for tomorrow.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. Distracted here. Yeah. I hope your health crisis was okay. That's it sounded a little bit concerning.
Yeah, it was a little scary in the moment. I think I just got like some sort of like mild food poisoning from something. So it felt really like bad in the moment, but I'm feeling a lot better. I took a day off yesterday and that was exactly what I needed.
That's good. Jovi here says, Svelte looks like a macro language currently. Some things remind me of N4. It kind of. In a way, it is a templating language of sorts. I guess you can call it that.
Wait, I'm gonna pull up your stream so I can actually see what's going on.
Oh, actually, no, you're right. I should share my screen here over in Discord. Let me do that. Screen 2.
I have loaded up. Oh my god, I have so many windows open.
By the way, I just sent you something. I think you'll need to connect your Discord account to that so I can show you on the screen.
Ew. Yes. Wait, yeah. I don't know how long I can stick around for, but I will log in just for funsies. Here. I think I have my like chibi version of me. Wait, do you see me? I can also send the link in here.
You should just be showing up here. I don't know why, where is it? I'm gonna reload this. Because it was showing up finer. Oh, there you are. Okay, say something?
Hello, hello, testing, testing.
Okay, great. Yeah,
Yay!
we can see it now.
Woohoo, woohoo. It looks like the chibi version of me. Actually, this morning, one of the Orbeez, Eggy, drew like a Paduru version of me, which was very funny, so I might start using that in time for the holidays.
Oh yeah, it's I saw it. It was very good.
Yeah, no, it was very, very cute. So, wait, could you summarize in like a few sentences like what you're working on? This looks really advanced. Looks like some sort of website?
Yeah, actually, it's exactly the website. So we have over here. So this is the live website right now. This is written in a static site generator called Zola. But I'm basically not using any of the. I'm not using the static site generator as you're supposed to, because I'm doing a whole ton of more advanced stuff, like specifically the schedule. Where this is all just handwritten, and I wasn't using the site generator at all. So what I figured was we ported over to sveltekit, which is, if you've ever heard of React, it's very similar. But it's a JavaScript front-end framework that allows us to use to build the website in JavaScript essentially. So it's a lot more interactivity. I have a lot more control over how things work, and so with that control means I can actually do this without any hacks.
Wait, that's cool. And I guess you're building this in Java then?
JavaScript.
JavaScript, yeah. Wait, how did you get the did you buy the domain?
Yes, so I bought the domain here, penbu.ca. I also happen to own pvbt.ca as a link shortener, which just redirects to the real one. But yeah, so this is hosted up on GitHub Pages. If we go here, penbuvt/penbuvt.github.io. So this is currently hosted on GitHub Pages.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, I think I want to move it to Cloudflare Pages so that I have a little bit more functionality. Because GitHub Pages is front-end only, whereas Cloudflare Pages is both front-end and back-end.
Okay, wait, this looks super cool. I was thinking about, I'm really glad you brought up the GitHub website, because I was thinking about making a GitHub-ish website of my own. One of my genmates in Ethereum, like Sidary, I think her website is like sidary.com. Yeah, it's sidary.com. I can put it into the YouTube chat. And her website looks epic, and I think she like just bought a domain and built it in Canva. But I'm thinking maybe like something like what you're doing with like GitHub. Although I have to admit, I'm not very good at JavaScript or HTML, so maybe you'll have to teach me a bit.
Yeah, we can maybe do something like that. There's a lot of ways. So with GitHub Pages, the thing that they recommend is Jekyll. It's another static site generator. I'm okay with Jekyll, I guess. I don't like it as much, but it is at least fully supported on GitHub Pages. But what this allows you to do, and along with Zola and some other static site generators, is that as long as you find a template you like, you don't really need to know how to code. You just need to know how to edit Markdown files.
I see. This Jekyll thing looks like a good place to start. This is entirely new for me, so... Yeah, no, this looks great.
I wonder, so on size page, I wonder what we have here. This almost looks fairly custom.
Her, I think it's like a Canva image or some sort of like Canva art. I don't know how she built the website. Maybe I should ask her.
Yeah, sometimes you can tell what someone's made the website out of just by looking at the source. I'm not seeing anything too obvious here, although I'm seeing a lot of grids, so maybe it is drag and drop stuff.
Yeah.
Which, the state of WYSIWYG website builders these days are a lot better than they used to, just because we have better CSS tools.
Yeah, yeah. But I think it's really cool that you're building everything in like JavaScript and HTML. I feel like that's one of the things I want to learn eventually. So
it's very useful. So I actually started programming using JavaScript with HTML and web dev. That's how I got into everything else. And I still, my current job, it's funny because I had originally thought when I was in high school that web dev was just going to be a hobby, and then here I am doing it for work.
So I guess you started like with web dev, and that's how you like learned HTML?
Yep. So web dev is HTML, JavaScript, and CSS at the very base.
That's really cool. Well, I see those skills coming into very good use here.
It is useful to know them, yes. But for why I recommend people to learn web stuff is because it makes it really easy to prototype something, to just play around with things. With something like, for example, Java, if you want a UI, now things have changed recently, or perhaps not recently, in more recent years. When I was using Java, we were using the Swing UI, the Swing toolkit, whatever it was. And the way that you create GUIs in that is that it's very procedural. You call functions to make things appear. Whereas with something like HTML, it's very declarative. So you write your tags, and basically you write the structure that you want rather than telling the program how to do it, if that makes sense.
So you sort of write the structure. Okay. This is all very interesting. So I guess, like, what are you, like, for this stream at least, like, what is your main goal to accomplish?
What I said earlier was anything, really. We've just been putting off this website for quite a while, and we just need to get back into doing it. Right now, the immediate goal is to port over this this page here, where it's the page for one of my compositions to you.
Oh, and then you have all the links and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. Do you have, like, a MuseScore profile? I assume so, right?
I do, actually. It should be linked here somewhere.
I think you've sent it to me before.
Yeah, here it is. Oh, they changed your logo, I see. Goal website exists, exactly. But yeah, MuseScore, it used to be a lot better back in the day, MuseScore.com. But I understand why they made some of the changes they did. It's still pretty good for what it is. But I think to download certain scores, you have to pay for them now.
Wait, that's crazy, because I maybe I encountered MuseScore too late, but I feel like it's always been, like, paid to print at least. Did they add another paywall?
No, it's this was, how long ago was this now? I've been around in the MuseScore community for over 10 years, I think. So I've been around when they were still mostly free. I think it was in the last 5 or so years that they switched to having a lot of things paid. And that's around the time that I kind of fell off too.
Yeah, no, because I do remember there were I think maybe like a few years when I was using MuseScore when it was free, but most of it I remember it being under, like, a paywall, but, like, having to find ways around it.
Yeah, there does exist an Arch Linux package that lets you download stuff. I don't remember what it is. I'm not going to tell people on stream what it is, but I will say that it exists. Nix here says, MuseScore only lets you download work scores that are in the public domain, basically most classical compositions. I think it's the public domain plus anything that's Creative Commons licensed, that it's explicitly marked in the system. Anything else, I think you have to pay for.
Wait, when people, like, on MuseScore create music, is it default under that Creative Commons license, or do they need to pay extra for it?
No, so Creative Commons, the default setting is all rights reserved. But you can set in the settings when you upload the score to set it to a Creative Commons license. And that's free.
Oh, so it's like a button.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's a lot better than having to pay money. Like, for research papers, you have to pay money to make it open access for some journals. So at least it's better than that, but...
So yeah. I've heard, yeah.
Yeah. That's really cool, though. Definitely, like, please send the website, and I'll be happy to promote it even in, like, the Orbeez Discord and everything. This is super cool. Maybe this is something I work on over break as well.
Yeah, if you ever need any help with it, let me know. Happy to help out.
Yeah, no, thank you so much. Yeah. Okay, I honestly have to go back to the grind, but thank you so much for letting me like swing by and say hi and interrupt your work session. This is super cool.
Great. Thank you. Thanks for dropping by. Good having you here.
Y'all, I love this idea of having this like open VC. Maybe I should do that sometime. I was talking about it with the V Theorem members, so it will happen eventually, I promise.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yep. Alright, have a good stream. Bye-bye!
Thanks, bye. Alright. And then now we go back to this. I think what I'm going to do is take all of these ones that are inline markdown links and then just use a regex to transform them. If you really want to score, IMSLP exists. Don't know what that is, but I assume it lets you download stuff. Okay. So what I want is to take this and I do everything that isn't this. I turn into that, and then I take this regex stuff. But I want to capture this. Okay, but I want to capture this one too. Okay, this is looking like a whole ton of nonsense for anyone who doesn't know regex. But basically what we want here, I'll finish this up first, and then I'll explain what we have here. I'm gonna go check out the Christkind market. Good night. Well, good night. Christkindle. Yeah. Well, good night. So have fun. And IMSLP is the library of free scores that have been scanned. You can search it up. Let's do that now. Yeah. So basically, what we're saying is for this regex, you find anything that starts with an open brackets, take everything that's inside here, and we're saying that whatever's inside here doesn't contain an open or closed bracket. That's an assumption. I don't think we have anything in here that's like that. And then we're saying the next part is enclosed in parentheses, and the stuff inside also doesn't contain a parenthesis. Which regex library is my favorite? I don't think I have a favorite. JavaScript is workable. PCRE or Perl regex is very powerful. I definitely think more in PCRE like regexes, but as long as they're sufficiently powerful, I guess it's fine. It's nice to have lookbacks and look-aheads. So anything that has those are nicer to work with. It's the sort of thing you just gotta write blind in one burst of attention. Yeah. We did have the one regex. It was a regex crossword stream that we did very early on. I said we would do it again. I haven't done it again yet. Maybe we'll do it another time. But okay, so let's see if this works. It should work. Unmatched. Okay, this isn't even... It should be this one. Hold on. Let's turn this into... This isn't even the problem with the regex. There's a problem with the vim command. Done editing for now. Had to deal with DaVinci Resolve dropping the audio because my CPU is at 100% usage. Sounds rough. But glad you're done. Okay. Where is this? Okay, so this is a literal open brackets, a start of a capture group. This actually needs to be inside here. I'm missing one. That should be in there. Hold up. That's why. Because I had it was actually the regex syntax was wrong. So what I had before was this, which is not correct. What we're saying here is that, oh, I wish I could make this bigger. This is a character class. Is it F? Control X? Hold up. There was something here. I swear it was Control F, but it's not. Control Shift F? Not Control Shift F. There was a keybind you can do to open this in a window, and I thought it was Control F. Then Control F. I think one of my okay, hold on. We're gonna take this. Whatever. Help. C Control F. Command line, use the key specified with the currency edit option. From the normal mode, use Q:. So it is Control F, and one of my plugins just overwrites it. Okay. But what? Okay, so what we have here, so now we can actually highlight stuff. This here is. I'm gonna copy this. Actually, we're gonna do what the proper way first. That'll be over here. So the proper way here is literal open brackets, start a capture group, character class of anything that's not the right brackets, and 0 or more characters of that, end capture group, literal right brackets, open parenthesis, start capture group, anything that is not a close parenthesis, 0 or more of those, end capture group, literal right parenthesis. What I had earlier, and the reason why it failed, is because we had literal right brackets, open capture group, start character class, anything that's not right brackets, I think the backslash is included here, right parenthesis, and then nowhere here do we see the matching right parenthesis for the capture group, because it was accidentally put into the character class. So that's why it's mismatched. But this one should work. Okay, very good. All that for only 2 links, okay. Actually, you know what would be smarter? I thought it was ASCII or not code. Covered code almost, man. Yeah, it's code sometimes does that. You know what would be smarter though? If we did this instead. We take this, copy as outer HTML, and paste it in here. Because then we just have everything. Okay, we should do that instead. And now we just gotta clean this up and make sure that everything is okay. Iframe, original composition, piano quartets. Okay, sure. Links, and we have this. Yeah, so the downside of having, the downside of using not Markdown is that it gets a little bit more noisy to edit So we have all these links here, but it's kind of hard to tell what they are. There's a lot of markup here. Whereas with the markdown, right, you can just, I mean, it's still kind of hard to read here, but at least it's a lot easier to see what they are. And then all the links are down here. Can't do that with this. You can. There are ways to do it. I don't know if I want to do them though. Okay, so we're going to take all the commas that are from in here. Take all the commas that have spaces afterwards and then turn them into comma new line. And global. And then reformat. I love how the text wraps when you move the divider. Yeah, it's very good. Okay. So I think this is probably going to be easier than I thought it would be. But we have this one. I'm going to move that over one. I'm gonna have this over here just for better formatting. I should just make a macro for this, but also there aren't a lot, so it doesn't really matter. Oh, another one here. I think that's it. Is that it? Something's wrong. Something's wrong. I don't know what. There is a stray div somewhere. A div attempted to close an element that was not open. Line 76. Ah, because we got rid of the one at the top, right. Well, that looks mostly correct. If we compare it to this, or the font's not as good. Nope, not this one, this one. The font's not as good, but we also haven't really done anything with the font, so that's fine. We don't have this bit, but that's coming later. But otherwise, the content is more or less correct. Oh yeah, the links too. We need to deal with links. Okay. Well, that was easy. The LaRue's, welcome in. What are we making? We're trying to port over the old website to the new sveltekit, to the new website written in sveltekit. We've been working on this for almost a year now. It's about time we finished it. I don't think we're finishing it today, though. But the website, the current websites, web dev, yes. Current websites, for anyone who wants to have a look, is over here. The repo is over here. Yeah, we're using sveltekit for the front end framework here, and that's mostly because the schedule here, this is all hand coded. I was using a static site generator called Zola, which is very nice for because it's a single binary and makes things very easy. You can write stuff in Markdown. But the stuff that I was planning to do with it, like specifically this website or this schedule here, I wasn't really making use of Zola as a static site generator. So I kind of subverted it. So I figured may as well just use sveltekit instead. I'm gonna rid of this. And then we'll leave that for. That's odd. I don't know why Vim's doing this. it seems like the indentation is kind of weird here. Do that over here. And try to separate out things a little bit better. ID downloads, that's correct. The UL here. The source. This needs to be on its own line. This also should be on its own line. And then we can add space there. Okay. No, that's the current live site. And check this out in Firefox. Yeah, so we'll want to style these links here, but that'll be on the site-wide style sheet. I think this is enough for a commit though, so we will go ahead and do that. Image element should have an alt attribute. One. Not that one. Alt equals that because that's mostly just decorative. We already have. So yeah, these images here are just presentational, which means we don't need to add an alt attribute for that. The alt attribute, for those of you who don't do much web dev, it basically, the alt attribute, one purpose is to is the text that replaces the image if the image doesn't load, but also for things like screen readers to announce, because obviously a screen reader can't see the image or display the image. So for purely presentational images, you want to have an empty alt attribute, because otherwise it would just be noise. And in this case, these are presentational because we already have the text that needs to be read out just before it. Okay. I think that's this page then. We can deal with the layout later, but at least the content's there. Our updates. Okay, I think that's all good. We can go ahead and commit. What have I been saying in my commit messages? Migrate to you page. Source routes, footer, header, projects to you. Okay. And now we do the same for the other one. Should this be in a header? Heading? Something? We'll figure that out later. Go ahead and amend that because I do want that there. Okay, so then we go ahead and take the other one. So we have two of these here. We have make it through as well for our other composition. I paste that over there, and then same deal here. We're going to take this, and then we are going to copy as inner HTML that. Make it through. I think is what I call it there, yes. Plus page.svelte. Then we go ahead and copy everything here. H2 there. I'm a little bit hesitant to have these as H1s actually, because you're supposed to only have one H1. I mean, I guess I don't have an H1 here, so maybe that is correct. Yeah, maybe this is fine. General guideline is that you should only have one H1 per page. So the main heading should be an H1. And then now we do the whole same thing again. So in this case, actually, I'm going to start doing this. And I'm going to change this to replace the space with a new line. So find everything that starts with a colon, or find the sequence of characters that's colon space left angle bracket A, and replace the space with a new line. And then do that everywhere by confirm. Okay. And do the thing that we did earlier, where we take the gonna turn this into that instead. Control GC. Find everything with the comma and space. So I'm gonna do this. And then replace the comma and space, or replace the space with the new line. And we probably don't need to GC this. We can probably just G, but I'm going to be a little bit more cautious and do it anyway. C there being confirm. G being global. We're skipping over some. And that is because these are double spaces. We're going to turn this into one or more spaces, and we should catch the others. Okay, very good. Now then we can go ahead and format. That looks about right. And then we'll take everything that is this sequence of characters and change it to make sure that they have a new line splitting them, or a new line in between them. And then we can go ahead and reformat. No, we don't want it everywhere. We only want it here. Only want it here, so we'll take that. This is 25 until the end. 25 until the end. So Vim commands take a range. You can have line numbers separated by a comma. So I can say from line 25 until the end, the $sign is the end. Substitute this sequence of characters for this sequence of characters. And then in that way, we don't touch the ones that are up here. Like that, because we want these to be the same. We want these to be on new lines. Then we can take this, format that until the end, and then they should all be correctly aligned. For the most part. Something about this is wrong. But also, I don't know if I care enough. This is LI, this is LI, that's... So this, all the way to here. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. So this, all the way up to here. But all the way over here. This should be indented by 2. And then this is indented by 1 more. Yeah, that looks like a proper tree now. Okay. Looks about right. Hope the website is finished soon. See you, everyone. I'll have a good night. I don't know when we're going to finish this. I don't think it's going to be today. Especially since I do have a hard stop at 9 p.m. Oh, Jovial, welcome in.
Oh, hey.
Did you just come in, or have you been here for a while?
I actually just came in. I have like allergies. that I had to deal with first. Yeah. Did you say you were like going?
No, not yet. I said I had a hard stop at 9 p.m., which is in about a little over an hour.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Ah, no worries. We got your allergies sorted out.
Oh yeah, it's still, well, it's better. Like, I just have it every morning, so it's kind of a struggle.
Ah, yes.
Oh, there you go. Wow.
Oh, it's correct, I think. So it's nice when the browser already has it rendered for you. It's just copy and paste. You said you kind of wanted to learn Svelte, is that right?
I feel like I want to know more about what its capabilities are, so I can fully like appreciate it.
Okay.
But I think I'm actually getting quite hyped about it because it seems like it makes things like quite magical. Like you can just like it's. I really like the fact that it's almost like a templating language, like you said.
Yeah, which is I don't, have you ever worked with React before?
Actually, no, I haven't.
Yeah, so if I may pull up a React example here. React.dev. So React is another one of these front-end frameworks. Well, they claim to be a library, which I think is more correct, but basically what we have here is let's make this a little bit bigger. React is a lot more like JavaScript, whereas Svelte is more, it has a little bit more magic in it. So in React, you have functions, and those return templates. So there's a lot of it. It is also in a way templating, almost like a templating language, but Svelte I feel like is a lot more convenient in that sense.
Ah.
I feel like I'm not explaining things properly.
No worries, no worries. I mean, there's a lot to cover anyway.
Migrate, make it through page. So well, when I was a developer, I was working with React professionally. I didn't like it. I'm finding Svelte to be a lot more nice to work with. Partly because there's a lot less boilerplate, but also because it's magic. As much as magic can sometimes be bad in programming, in this case, I feel like for the most part, it makes things a lot more convenient and clean. Because like right now, for example, I am just writing the page in what is essentially pure HTML. With React, there's a lot more stuff that has to wrap around it.
I see. Yeah, I would say I have like the fundamentals of HTML5 and CSS down, but that was so long ago since I used it. I don't know JavaScript though.
JavaScript is a fun language. People like to hate on it, but I mean, people don't hate on it as much as PHP. But no, I like JavaScript.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard. But also something that like gets me really hyped about JavaScript, it's WebGL. And like some people have made demo scenes using WebGL, so That's actually one of my dreams, actually. Make something cool with WebGL.
It's a good goal to have. I don't have any experience with WebGL, but I think... No, I haven't worked with D3 either. The most that I have interacted with the WebGL, I think, is through a charting library. There's this, I think it was Apache eCharts. They have, I don't think we ended up using these, but they have this, this demo here. This demo. And I'll try to get these to load in. They have these fancy 3D charts at the bottom. Like this globe.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this is insane stuff. I don't know what you'd use these for, but, you know, it's there if you need it. But yeah.
I mean, I guess it might look like really cool if it's on the front page. Like, ooh, look at our business, we've got lots of connections or something.
Yeah, but also when you do that, they don't really think about... People, I find, when they implement this kind of stuff on the front page just to make things look cool, don't really think about performance. Like, the performance right now seems to be okay for some reason. Maybe this library is fairly performant, but a lot of times when something like this is on the front page, or on any page, they have it there just to make it look nice, and then just don't think about how slow it gets for some people. Alice Chancellor says, the most I use WebGL is the 3JS library. I think I've heard of that one. 3JS. Yeah, this is a 3D library. The other one I know is D3. D3 I think is the other one that's very common. I don't know what the difference is between the two. But graphics is not my forte, so I don't really need I don't really need those. What were you thinking of making? Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, you first?
I was gonna say, what were you thinking of making in with WebGL?
Oh, actually, I would say I just want to tinker with it. Like with maybe making like some cool intros, demo scenes.
Okay.
Maybe I could start my like demo scening with WebGL, so that So I think it would be like a little easier than if I just did it like the old school days, like they did with C. Because like everything is like everyone has a web browser. It would just run on a web browser, so it's more or less platform independent. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the nice thing about doing stuff for the browser. It means you can put it up on a website and just have it run.
Yeah. And if I can, maybe I'll integrate it into like my personal website, like for like my VTubing, just for fun. But that's like quite far ahead.
Oh, yeah, start somewhere, right?
Yeah, true. But speaking of like web development though, I have like the basics. I would say I have the basics of HTML and CSS, but that was so long ago. But recently I had to I was tasked to actually interview some people for the at work for the position of like web designer using Figma. So yeah, so I had to revise a few things, especially with design. I don't know much about it, but I just talked to them and all things seem well.
Yeah, sometimes you have to interview for positions you don't know very well and you just kind of go on vibe. Do they sound like they know what they're talking about? If so, they're probably okay. But
They
yeah,
were
go ahead.
they were like really good.
That's
They-
good.
Yeah.
LaRose here says, time to get that Squarespace sponsorship. I guess some creators are sponsored by Squarespace. I've never used them myself. I don't actually remember what they do. Are they, what even are they? They're a website builder. I have a thing against website builders. But that's because I know my web stuff. But for people who aren't so technically inclined, they can be helpful. And like I said earlier in the stream, they've gotten better. I really don't like Wix though. The code that they put out is I think they require JavaScript, which for a static site that's is just contents, you should not have a requirement on JavaScript for it to show anything. Yeah, but the economics. Okay. Now I need to figure out how to get a route to a certain page, and I think we used that before. Gotta figure out where. I think it was in header. A nav header got svelte. Apparently I don't have my go-tos set up here. Kind of sucks. Lib, nav header, svelte. Resolve route, okay. So I'll go ahead and put in a script, type +ts. I'll call this pages. And then we will go ahead and take this. Take this. That in here. With the href of this. Now I'll go ahead and copy that for the other one. Just like that. Then we'll put in an each here. If I remember how to put this in. Each expression as name. Each pages as page. Name index. So I should be able to do text href. href as href. I should be able to do this, I think. I'm going to take this, we take this, /each, and then we have this as href. That syntax is going away, being deprecated by Svelte 5, by the way, so I think we should do this instead. I think this makes a lot more sense. We do this, and then we have text here. I should do that one. Expected name. Okay. Page. Oh, hold on. No, this is wrong because I need to not have that there. That makes sense. Go up to projects. 500 internal error. What do we have? Resolve route is not defined because we didn't import it. So we need to take it from this. From apps/paths. This is a sveltekit specific route or a specific function here.
Oh yeah. What does type TS mean?
Type TS is the svelte's way of saying this code inside is written TypeScript.
If I want to learn JavaScript, should I learn JavaScript or TypeScript? Like,
Yeah, I would say learn JavaScript first, and then you can add types in afterwards. Because the way TypeScript is marketed, it's basically JavaScript with types. So it's best to, and some of the typing in TypeScript is, some of its unsoundness is because of certain patterns in JavaScript. So I would say it's a lot better to have a foundation in JavaScript first and then add TypeScript on top of that.
gotcha.
Do you have prior experience with another type language like Java?
Like languages that enforce types.
What's static types? Yes.
I did C before. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that does count as static typing. Then yeah, if you already know a language like that, then it should be fairly simple to add to wrap your head around TypeScript. It's a little bit different than C because the syntax. So say in C you would do something like I don't know, what is this? Let's say there's a type called object, and it would be an array of objects like this. In TypeScript, it would be this instead, where you'd have it afterwards. I think Go uses a similar syntax. Yeah, their type annotations go afterwards.
Oh, nice.
We should probably make a type for this actually, because we have the same thing here too. It's not strictly necessary, I think, but it would be nice. Link? I think link is... Yeah, we can do that. We can export interface link. I kind of don't want to use link because is link already a... Yes, it is. Oh, wait, maybe not. Link is not defined. Okay, maybe it's fine. There are certain built-in types that are available in the DOM. So, for example, all the HTML elements have a type associated with them. So we want to try to avoid shadowing them. But in this case, we have a text as a string, and then we have href as a string. We can import type link. From lib/link.ts. And we can say that this is the routes is of type link array, and then we can do the same thing here too. Export default must reference a value when verbatim module syntax. Okay. For default type? Nope. Okay, I guess we don't do that. do that here too. So to explain what that error was, is basically in TypeScript, there are certain entities that don't produce JavaScript, and those tend to be the ones that describe types. So in this case, an interface is just a type description. That does not produce a corresponding JavaScript object, and so export default requires there to be a value. But link is not a value, link is not an entity that produces a value in JavaScript. So you can't export default that, because default requires there to be a value. There are some people who say that you shouldn't export default anything anyway. I tend to disagree, but in this case, I have no choice. Svelte, and also source lib link.ts. Migrate projects. And we need to add this back. So we're renaming the portfolio to projects just so that it looks a little bit less like a job website, because that's not what this is meant to be. I mean, it can kind of serve as that, but that's not exactly the point. Hessel, welcome in.
Hello, Hessel.
His mic broke. All right.
So I think I saw somewhere earlier that you defined like a constant that was like pages, and it was like a list of links.
Oh yes, this.
Oh yeah, an array of links. That's interesting. I actually like quite like languages that let you like specify the types of the elements in a list or an array.
Yeah, so it's very nice to have a static typing like that, because say I have an object that or a value that doesn't conform to it, it should yell at me for that. And I don't know why it isn't.
Hello, Hessel.
Good morning, Jovia. How's it going?
Yeah, it's a bit earlier than usual, but I'm just hopping by on stream, on OpenPC.
So it is actually morning for you.
Yeah, it's like 8 a.m.
Ah.
Full 12
that
hours
for me.
ahead. It's 8 p.m. over here.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a 7
Well.
for me.
Hello from the future.
Yeah, true. Or are you... Or... Oh yeah, you'll be from the future. Hold on, so I'm just trying to make a stupid little word game. Never mind me. Yeah, no, I was at the study session, I was like... I've done enough. I could leave now. And then I came back here. My glasses are still frosty. There's still a little bit of frost on them. So I raced back here. Not really, it was a brisk walk. But I'm glad to be here. How's it going so far?
I'm getting this error here saying I forgot to add script type TS, even though it's clearly there. I'm gonna refresh this. Okay, that is failing. Why?
There has to be a name for that type of error, like a blatantly wrong kind of error.
Well, I mean, to be fair, it says, did you forget to add line TS to your script tag as a suggestion? That doesn't necessarily mean that's what's wrong with it. It's saying here that import type, and then it has an unexpected token of oh, maybe this is actually wrong. Maybe the type's supposed to go inside. It's been a while.
I have become Duck, the coder helper.
Yeah, that's not it.
Nah.
So Svelte actually has like exception handler, like on the website itself.
Sort of. It's more of a compiler. 80 Eastwoods, good points. It said lang TS, not type TS. I need to put that there too. Okay, so I think import type still goes outside. And also, was that even on the right file that I was looking at? Possibly not. This was header projects. No, this was the projects one. Yeah. Okay. So once again, user error. Oh, there we go.
Did Twitch change their layout? I don't like this.
Yeah, it's awful. They're doing. It seems like they're doing an A/B test where some people are getting the title bar up at the top instead of at the bottom where it used to be, and it's not good.
This is bad for multiple reasons. It's not even, oh, new thing bad. It's like you're covering part of the screen. I'm seeing less overall.
Yeah, because when this was back down here at the bottom, at least it didn't take up as much space.
Yeah,
but now it does. And then if you want to see all the tags, you have to cover the. I wonder whose idea. Or sorry, no, we're not blaming anyone here. It's not a blame culture that we want to promote. But I wonder what the thought process was behind this, because it seems like. So somebody must have done. So there are two things I can think of. Either somebody has done some sort of study where they looked at analytics and thought that people are looking at this, or they want to highlight this and people aren't looking at it. Or somebody is trying to look good by changing things that don't even need to be changed, just to show that there's some sort of progress. Jellycoat, is this a recursion stream? It's not supposed to be, but I guess it turned into one for a bit. There was one story. So go ahead.
Sorry.
Okay, sure. There was one story I remember where some company was making a chess game, and the programmer put in a duck beside the queen, and they got the duck to do everything that the queen did, and animated and everything, just so that at the end they can get their manager to say remove the duck, so they felt useful.
I heard of this one. That's genius. What a world we live in.
Jovi, are you about to say something?
Yeah, I just checked Twitch. It's like that for me too.
Yeah. If you're not
Yeah.
logged in, I think you don't see that. So it might just be for a bunch of logged in people. So for example, I just opened a new private browsing window and then we get this.
Great.
Yeah.
You're punishing me for trying to engage with the streamer. This is an anti-pattern. I will not have any of this. I don't think that's what that means, but I'm gonna use it anyway.
I don't think you lose any real estate because I think it's just shifted up. But maybe I'm wrong. But it definitely feels weird because it's like the stream's not at eye level anymore.
Okay, so we're gonna look at this side by side. The reason why this is bad on the left side is because the main content is a stream, right? and when you have all this stuff up the top, this is a lot of noise for you to go through before you get to the stream. And while it could be argued that the title is important, and maybe that's what they want to highlight, it creates a little bit of a distraction before you get to before you can see the video, and especially if you have a window that is much shorter. Let's say this, right? Then with this persistent header, whereas with the persistent header you have a lot less screen space. Whereas in the other case, in the old case over here, where you can see that this is a lot taller. So this actually does, while on a regular desktop size, it might not have a whole lot of impact. With a smaller size, definitely does.
Oh. Wow.
And then you compare it to YouTube. Mr. E, welcome in. We're working on the website, but we're taking a bit of a tangent here.
You're welcome.
Let's say the work session here, right? On YouTube, we have the header as a single header. I don't know why this is showing up. Oh, there it is. So we have the header showing up here, and it's a single line, and the title and other stuff is at the bottom. And we look at it in the mobile view, or rather the smaller view, right? You see the, apart from skipping over the header, which everyone... Say again? Oh.
Oh.
Sorry, I pressed the key and it was on Discord. It was... how much do I have to repeat?
I think I could follow from the visuals.
Okay.
Are you okay, Hazel?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm chilling.
Okay.
Okay. Well, the stream caught it anyway, so... So anyways, it's just starting from here, right? So YouTube has the header, which everyone naturally skips. Firefox? Oh, there it is. And then I just refreshed because it wasn't showing anything, and we're gonna have to wait for this. But yeah, so you have the header, which everyone skips, and then you have the video right away, so you see it. And so this highlights the main content a lot more, whereas if you have all the all of this stuff up top, it's the same thing with the Twitch, with the new Twitch change, right? It pushes it down even further. And then there's also the case of the argument to be made that this is what everyone else does, and if you do something different from what everyone else does, you're it creates some clash between the user's expectations, and that is a distraction. So sometimes with a design, even though it might not be objectively the best, if it conforms to the user's expectations, that might be better. Just because it reduces friction.
I mean...
love... Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
No, you go on.
I mean, there's probably also like a cultural or maybe linguistic reason for it, right? Because like most, I think a lot of cultures read from top to bottom. So like you would want to see if you and also pages load from top to bottom. So you'd want to see like the content first, ideally.
Yeah, so there's definitely a I guess cultural context for that, and as you said, pages load from top to bottom because one, it's easier to load it that way, although I suppose from a technical standpoint it's not strictly necessary. But two, it was done that way because the web was invented by English-speaking countries. CERN is not in America. I should be careful what I say. CERN
Go
is
ahead,
in...
Hazel.
What?
I think Hazel wanted to say something.
I was just gonna say skip a little joke. Don't worry about it.
I should say it anyway.
I forgot it. So good luck with that one.
Well, so yeah, CERN is in Switzerland.
CERN is really cool. I want to visit there someday, or
Yeah,
work there for that matter.
They have the Large Hadron Collider.
The Big Rock Smasher, as some people call it.
Do you know they also had they also have a music group?
Really?
Yeah, so it's Les Orly de Cernets, who also happen to be the subject of the first photo on the web, namely this one here. But they're, I guess it's their website now. But they recently got back together actually. So they have a YouTube channel. They don't have all their songs up here, I think. They might be on YouTube. But they also have... Go over here. Yeah, they also have this here. They're really old websites. Yeah, post that over here. Yeah, it's very... they have a very doo-wop sound. The Collider, I think, is the one that they're best known for. I'm gonna paste that there too. Oh, ignore that one. Hold on. Remove. We've got to remove the tracking parameters. They're a good listen to.
I have not heard of them. I'm kind of surprised.
Wait, I'm not the only one who removes tracking parameters?
A lot of people do.
Like,
Oh.
I feel like it makes the link like so long, and also feels kind of creepy. So I just remove it manually, though.
Yeah, it's so yeah, it makes links cleaner, but also removes any link between you and the person who clicks it. But in my opinion, it is. I don't know if I want to say ethical to do it. I mean, I guess it is. It is. What's the word I'm looking for? It is your prerogative to do it. That doesn't sound right either. Tracking parameters, Mr. E. So here, if you go to YouTube, say youtube.com/penbuvt. This ever loads.
The one side.
And I hope it actually gives me tracking parameters here, because sometimes it doesn't. Actually, no. Let's go back to where we were before. YouTube Cernets. I don't know what PP is actually in the context of YouTube tracking. But for example, up here we.
Sorry.
Yep. So up here. All right, we copy this link here. Data text / plain. Just so I can make this a little bit bigger. All right. This here is some sort of tracking parameter. The text itself is not meaningful and not significant to the actual link right here. This is presumably a little bit of an identifier for the for YouTube to tell where it came from and how you got here. And so in some ways you can also, if they keep it around, right, if the ID is linked to the person who generated that link, then now you have a way to say that if this other person who's logged in clicks on the link with a tracking parameter, then somehow, somewhere, these two people are linked. There was also something here. You'll often see UTM parameters. The Urchin tracking module parameters. They'll start with UTM in the URL. So this stuff here. This is all tracking stuff. This basically tells you where things came from. And this is used. The reason why people have these tracker parameters in their links is for analytics. So this tells you which campaign it's from. So for example, did you come here from Snapchat? Did you come here from Facebook or whatever? Did you come here from email? And it tells you how well your links are performing. So yeah, they're basically just tagging the links so they can track things. And because unless you can tell where things are, where people are coming from, you don't really have a way of knowing how well your specific advertisement campaign is doing, for example. So perhaps if through these you notice that more people are coming from Facebook, then maybe you'll want to invest more in Facebook, for example. But on the other side, this is a bit of a privacy invasion, or rather invasion of privacy, because it means that you have now volunteered some information that you may not have intended to. And so for me, it seems to be the responsible thing to do to remove the tracking parameters when sharing the links to other people. Whether I remove them myself when I click on the links, half and half, depends on how lazy I feel and whether I'm going through a VPN. But for the most part, I tend to.
I mean,
No, go on.
sorry.
No, you.
I mean, like, if it's like a UTM link and you share it like, to other people, then I think you're also doing the developers a service, because if you, let's say you share it from an app and then the UTM says that this link came from an app, then I mean, if you share it around, then it's like it's no longer from the app, is it? So it's like it would have been misleading.
It depends on the way that they do the campaign, because if actually no, because I think the way that they tend to do is that they have the sharing buttons. So let's say Twitter, Facebook, whatever. When you say tweet it out, usually the link that they'll put in has a tracking parameter that says you got this from Twitter. Or if it's just a link that's copied, then they'll say that this is a direct link. This is a direct link that was generated from this app or from this section of the app. In which case, the immediate recipients of that link would still be accurate. It's any secondhand people that aren't. Any secondhand recipients. Unless you look at it in such a way that this link originated from Twitter, and then everyone else can trace it back to Twitter somehow. I'm not in marketing, so I don't know for sure how people interpret it, and whether that discrepancy is significant. But you're right. I do think that there's at least some impact on second level shares.
Go ahead, Vessel.
Me personally, I don't even know what they were. I just was very familiar with how YouTube links work. I was like, why is that there? Can I just remove this? I did. And I was like, okay, so why is it there? And I just made sure to always remove it because I didn't like how it looked.
Fair enough.
That's my story. Why is my head? Okay. Why is my graphics drivers messing up right now? Do I need to update GeForce? Boy, I love computers.
It happens.
Yeah.
I don't remember where this is. I am looking for the config. Oh, I think it was just the nav header, wasn't it? Oh yeah, no, it is. I've had it open the whole time. I was looking for where this the schedule thing was. Where the schedule was words. Where it's specified because I wanted to add another one. So now it'll be projects. And it'll be resolved to projects. Okay. So that adds a new thing up here. Very good.
Yeah, speaking of like the lang equals ts error earlier, in your experience, has a compiler ever been wrong?
Has a compiler ever been wrong? It's extremely rare. Wrong as in the, like, for example, the types don't check out properly, or that it produces wrong outputs.
Like, well, could be that, but I would say like mainly like it says there's an error when there is none.
In my experience, I don't think so. There is some very there are some edge cases in TypeScript's type checking algorithms that don't allow certain things to be typed and would say that things might not be typed might not be typed correctly. So there are known workarounds for it. But in terms of like regular stuff, I don't think I've encountered any bugs like that myself. It is possible though. I mean, compilers are just code, and code's written by humans, and humans make mistakes. It usually does get caught very early on though. So usually by the time it gets to me, I don't see it. Mr. E here says, I always assume the compiler is wrong whenever my code doesn't work. Well, you can go ahead and do that, yes.
That's the thing, because like it's always very surprising to me, like how much, like how compilers seem to get it right a lot. Like even though it's made by humans.
Yeah, I think that comes down to very rigorous testing. That or whatever the compiler outputs just ends up being spec'd in as correct. Depending on the language. And so certain languages are defined by their compiler implementation. Usually that's not a good idea to do, because then it means that any bugs that the compiler has are now, by definition, part of the language. So it's usually better to spec things out separately from the compiler and then build a compiler that implements the language. I don't suppose either of you have written language before, have you?
No.
We had... So go ahead.
Sorry, I didn't catch what you said.
I asked if either of you have written a programming language before. Or compiler for one.
It's like crazy hard. It's not my level yet.
Fair enough.
I'll get there. I actually tried GNU Bison, or YACC.
Yeah.
Didn't get very far. I also just wrote some I think it was called Bacchus-Neuer form.
Mhm.
Before.
BNF.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But speaking of like language implementation errors, I have actually seen an implementation error, not with the compiler, but with the syntax highlighting of in an IDE.
Oh, yeah, that happens a lot.
Yeah. Mathematica actually. There's like a few that has like some flaws. It's not perfect. Kind of surprising.
Yeah, often because well, it depends on how they implement the syntax highlighter. There tends to be two ways of doing it. One is either just pure regex space, where you just do pattern matching and not really thinking about the syntax. And then the other one is to actually parse the code, and then based on the parse tree, create or color them based on the symbols. That tends to be the better way to do it, but it's also more complicated. I couldn't tell you how Mathematica does it.
Probably not like public either, but yeah.
In C++, you can make a custom language easily by using aliases. Liberal use of aliases.
Yep, the C and C++ preprocessors let you do that. And
I've
you
seen...
can... Go ahead.
Sorry, go on. Yep. You go ahead.
No, I think we're gonna be touching on the same thing, so you should go.
Absolutely not. I was about to quote Blade Runner.
Oh, well, go ahead and quote it first, and then I'll go on a tangent.
I've seen things you programmers wouldn't believe. It was gonna be the entire thing, but I forgot what I was gonna say.
Oh, C processor ESOLang. Yeah, people have made some very crazy stuff here. I don't have any examples though. Oh, C preprocessor abuse. That's probably what we can look for. Okay, no, not like that. This one's pretty common. You have ever defined as this the MT4 header.
That's kind of funny.
And then there's this one. I think this was submitted to one of the contests or something. But basically, you have a bunch of defines, and you make it look like Java.
No! You can't do that!
And then you can mess around with things like define private as public.
Combine that with operator overloading, you can make some disgusting code.
Define if as well. To be fair, the if statements... Actually, no, this doesn't work. This doesn't work because there's an else case. And you need to deal with the else case. Otherwise, you get a syntax error. But why if statements are basically just degenerate while loops.
Way to put it?
Yeah. So an if statement is one iteration of a loop, and so as long as it's only one iteration, then it's equivalent for the most part. And then you have things that make it look like Pascal, where you have define begin as the opening brace. This one I've heard about. And then you can use it to fix your typos too.
It's cursed.
That's what the thread is.
French!
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. This stuff is very good. Send this one over too. I think I saw this before. But yeah, the IOCCC the international obfuscated C code something. I don't remember. IOCCC.
Something spelled with a C.
Obfuscated C code contest. It should have been pretty obvious. Yeah. They're quite a joy to look at sometimes.
Regular C is already bad enough. I mean, I do kind of like coding in C despite its age. There's a nice simplicity to it. I don't have to go trawling through the manual to understand what a keyword does. I have to trawl through a manual to understand what's happening, or to do anything like make a string. But you know,
String management in C is I do not want to do that. But I do find one thing interesting that you can do in C. Set F equals C. String concatenation with two literals is basically just putting the two literals together. Like that. Whereas in other languages you'd have to do something like use a concatenation operator like plus. Or say in PHP you have dot. But with literals, all you have to do is put them together in C and I think C++. But no, at least C. I don't know if it's C++.
if it's in C, it's probably in C++, but I don't know. C++ ones.
Yeah. And the reason for this is because if you have define, let's say 1 as 1, and say define 2 as 2, then what you can do is 1, 2, and 3, right? Print f. Or say I don't know, digit. For some reason, if you want to do this. And then some 5. Then you can do something like this, where you can just take a bunch of macros, put them together, and then you have a string concatenation like that.
That's interesting.
Yeah. I feel like I had a use for this once. To be fair, I don't program in C, so I don't actually have that many chances to use it. But I feel like I might have run into this one time when I was working in C.
Fair enough. I'll stick with C++ myself.
Alice Chainsteel here says, I've been trying to start learning C# anytime I boot up Firefox to start, so I just go straight to videos. Do you mean videos like videos in general, or videos of C#? Because one is procrastination, the other one is productive. Mr. E here, why do they make so many programming languages? It's because some languages are better suited than others, and then some people also think that certain languages don't do things as good as they could, so they make a better one. Supposedly better. There is one... I don't tend to have strong feelings about languages, but there is one language that I can say that I dislike very much. And that is CoffeeScript. The CoffeeScript is a programming language that compiles down to JavaScript. And it does away with a lot of syntax. Like, for example, there was something here. It does away with semicolons, which, fine, not a big deal. But like, say, objects are like this, where you don't have anything wrapping around them. I think there's it's white space sensitive, so indentation matters. And it's by itself, I don't think that really matters, because like, say, Python is like that. But our CoffeeScript to me just reads like you're trying to get rid of syntax so much that it kind of hampers readability. To me, to somebody who's familiar with JavaScript and is used to how JavaScript works. I don't like it at all.
JavaScript, but Python. I know some people that get a conniption from that. Fascinating.
Yeah. Mr. E, I find it a pain to have to bounce between a bunch of languages. It's not too bad, I think. Once you understand how to understand languages, if you understand languages as a way of expressing ideas rather than something to learn, then switching between languages isn't like okay. There are certain things about certain languages that do make it a pain, I guess, to switch between. And especially when you're very used to one language and the things that it offers, and then you find that you can't do that in similar ways in another language, yes, I guess that can be very annoying. But, yeah, in terms of switching between languages, I guess it depends on what kind of languages. If you're switching between a bunch of C-like languages, I don't suppose it's too bad. If you're switching between a bunch of languages that have very different syntax and paradigms, maybe you end up running into that issue where there are certain things that you can do better in one language, but you can't use it because you're using something else. And especially if you're switching between various languages very frequently, then you have to deal with context switches and changing your way of thinking so that it fits that language better.
A lot of mainstream languages tend to at least be pretty similar-ish in like their thought process regard. Like Python and C are very different, but if you have a problem, you'll usually think about them in the same way. Python usually just have a few shortcuts in comparison. Some languages are just completely off the wall different, though. I don't know how to use Haskell. I don't think I ever will.
Haskell isn't too bad. Oh, actually, hold on. Never mind. I can understand why people like Haskell. I am not a particularly big fan of writing it. I prefer ML. Standard ML, I think is what they call it. Is the programming language. It's very similar to Haskell, but it's written slightly differently. Haskell is very, very strongly functional, to the point where I think it sacrifices what do you call it? It sacrifices utility and practicality for academic purity.
I mean, making a language that's like close to the mathematical ideas neat. Like, I think I heard, can't verify this, that there's a way to represent like infinite sets pretty simply in Haskell, or at least relatively simply, and have it like be used consistently mathematically. But I'm just gonna stick with my languages personally.
What about this? Doesn't seem right. Add P. So the reason why you can do infinite sets very easily in Haskell is not because of academic purity. It's because they're all lazily evaluated, which I guess makes it, having academic purity makes it easier to have lazy evaluation, but I don't think it's strictly required. But basically with lazy evaluation, it says that even though I have this infinite list, if this function that I have only takes the first element of the list, then I only have to generate the first element, or like the next element of that list whenever it asks for it, instead of generating the entire list all at once.
Huh. Interesting.
What about this? Doesn't feel right. Oh, right, because it's over here. I have about 10 minutes. I think we can probably wrap up soon. Get the shoutouts out of the way. Dr. Hessel.
That's my name. Don't wear it out.
10 gold in. You can turn gold into lead.
Oh yes. People all around the world are afraid of my ability to ruin their money supply.
Taste.
Yeah, I'm not allowed in the bullion rooms anymore.
Then we have... Gotta make sure this is the right... Okay. Then we had Z from earlier as well. I really need to make bot commands to shut people out. Makes it easier to do.
On Twitch, I saw like a shout out bot. You can just, but I don't know how bots work, but I think I saw it.
Yeah, I think there are a couple of bots that do manual shoutouts. There's probably one that does real shoutouts. So the way I was looking into this earlier, because I was seeing if Stream Elements could do it. It seems like they've changed the system so that bots can no longer use slash commands in text. They have to go through a separate API. So gone are the days where you can just do slash shoutout in the bot response and it'll just work. Doesn't work anymore.
Well, thank you for the shout out, and also thank you for your time. I suppose you would be leaving soon.
Oh, I still have about 10 minutes. I don't think I strictly have to be gone at 9. It's just that the thing's gonna start at 9, so I think we'll stick around for another 5 or so minutes, and then we'll raid out end there, and I'll drop. Which this is probably a good place to end soon anyway, because we got the. I don't know what we ended up doing today. We didn't end up doing a whole lot. We did. We got this page done. We got this page done. Got this page done. Which, to be honest, if we're looking for just content, that's pretty much the entire site right now. I think I would like to try to do this bit here, the this table of contents, and then we do have to style these too so that it doesn't look like this. But other than that, this is pretty much almost there. And I think the other things, schedule. There's a bunch of new updates to the schedule that that I've done to the current one that I don't think I've ported over to this one. So that's something I'm looking to do as well.
Nice. Yeah, sorry I got you on like lots of tangents.
Oh no. So I was fully prepared for this, and that's why I opened the open PC, because do I really want to work on the website? I don't know. It's more of something I have to do. So having people around here and like a lot of this is for learning, I guess. One of the things I didn't want to do as a streamer was like sit down and code stuff, because I don't find that to be particularly interesting to watch. So if I am going to be sitting down and coding stuff, then at least if I have an open PC around, we can go on tangents and learn stuff too. So thank you for doing that.
I've been meaning to ping for OpenBC, but I can never find a time to do it. I'm doing a lot of gaming streams this is late, so I don't really have the opportunity to, it's not the best environment for pings, the kind of games I play.
Yeah, for gaming, I think it's something where you have to, where you can just turn your brain off and do, like, it's there mostly for the visuals, I guess, and not for the gameplay. Like Tetris.
XCOM 2 is neat visually, but it's kind of, I don't know, how do I say it? It's a different vibe. I think that would actually probably be good for it. But also, I'm actually nearly done with that game. I'm on the final mission, so.
Well, Distance was a good game to open VC with. We did that last time.
This is true. This is true. That was good fun.
Yeah. Doesn't require a lot of thought. You just have it on the background, and otherwise just have the conversations. All right. I think we'll probably just end it here. Do either of you have any announcements you want to give?
No, cool.
Besides the 100 follower celebration on January 11th.
January 11th. Oh yeah, it's about a month away now.
Yep.
Yeah.
I have it mostly planned out. Mostly. Still need to iron a few things out, but we got this in the bag. All I'm saying.
You have about a month, so good luck.
It's been more than a month since I got to 100 followers, so.
Yeah, that's fair too.
And it was
Congratulations.
Why, thank you. Penbu, when was the Mahjong collab?
I was gonna say November, but it wasn't in November.
Way earlier than that.
Yeah.
Because the stream right before the Mahjong collab, it hit 100 followers.
Well, we have
And that's
VODs here, so we can check it out.
What?
As long as it loads. I feel like my sense of time as a streamer has things are always farther than they seem, and it's because I do specific things every week. Let's change some. Thanks for dropping by. Good night. We're gonna end soon anyway. So like for example, I do a music stream roughly every week. And it feels like it hasn't been that long since the last music stream, but it actually has been a week. So then that means that 4 music streams ago was a month ago. But the Mahjong collab, this was 2 months ago, according to this. Whatever that ends up rounding to. Or rather, whatever that ended up rounding from.
I could have sworn it was earlier than that. It feels like it was a while ago.
September 14th.
Okay, so that'd be about the time range. That makes sense, yeah.
Okay. I think that's it then. Thanks you two for coming. Thanks chat for watching as well. For those of you on Twitch, we're going to find something to rate, so stick around. Those of you on YouTube, I wonder if there's anyone else who's streaming right now. But otherwise, we're just gonna end. I can't rate out anyway because it takes 1,000 followers to get some redirect permissions on YouTube. But
Weird.
yeah. Any last words from you two?
Tell my wife hello.
Thank you for hosting this OpenVC. Thank you for streaming.
Yeah, thanks for coming by, and we'll do these again another time. I hope to see you then again. All right. Oh, I can't believe I forgot.
See you.
There's more stuff that I had to push.
Oh.
There's next stream. What am I doing next stream? Okay, I gotta go check my schedule. penbuvt.ca/schedule.
I'm excited to find out.
NES Tetris. So tomorrow the NES Virtual Console on the Switch is going to now have Tetris in it. This has been a very long-awaited release, and I don't think anyone saw it coming when they announced it back in however many months ago it was. But now we have it as of tomorrow. So we're gonna go ahead and play that the day it comes out. So hopefully there won't be any issues. I was actually meaning to play classic Tetris through Tetris Effect some time ago, but then I found out that I forgot to charge my Switch, so we switched to Tetrio. But I better make sure that I have my Switch charged tomorrow first to make sure we can actually do this. But yeah, that'll be tomorrow. That'll be on both Twitch and YouTube, so if you aren't following on either platform, do consider it. For those of you not in the Discord, you can go follow that here. We do have channels for Tetris and programming. It's also where you can find dates to schedules and stuff, notifications as well. And I think both of you are in there too. You go chat with them. Okay. I think that's it, yes. For those of you who are new here, my name is Penbu. I'm the programming, puzzle gaming, and music making VTuber on Linux. We've been working on the website. And in voice chat here, we have Hessel and Jovia, and earlier we had Z. Their links will be in the description on YouTube after the stream sometime tonight. And with that, I think we'll leave it there. Again, Twitch, stick around, we'll find something to raid, and then, yeah, we'll see you next stream. Bye, chat.
Bye, chat.
Bye, chat. Bye, all.
Alright, that took a while, but here we go. May as well go here. We have Abby. This is the first time I'm seeing them. Great. Here's the raid message. If you'd like to participate, you can go ahead and copy that. They are doing some sort of JavaScript programming. Seems like they're probably making a game of some sorts. Making a tactics demo. Might be fun. I'm gonna have to raid and run because there is something I have to go to, but if you'd like to stick around, there you go. Alright, thanks Jack Knights, and we'll see you next time. Bye.